It's April 10th, about 10:30 now. I had a rough kind of night. I didn't sleep very well. But I woke up around 8 and thought I better look out the window and check on my sheep because they're getting close to lambing and I'm not exactly sure when that's going to happen. And it's snowing out today. The weather has been warming up, but we have snow today. So I looked out, and in the field, all the sheep were not in the field. It looked like they had gone into the sheep shed, but I could see one sheep and it looked like there was a lamb. And I ran out and there was a lamb. Freya, who's a 1-year-old, had her first lamb. He's asleep in the hay. So he's not entirely out of the woods yet. I have given him milk, but I milked her into a bottle to get it into him because I wasn't able to get him latched on. So his tummy's full right now and he's fallen asleep, so he's doing good. And I'm keeping him warm against my leg and between her body and kind of drying him off with a towel. I've fed her some grain, so she's doing good. She's content, and I'm glad to see she's laying down now, just chewing her cud, and that she's peaceful here beside me. I learned a couple of things just recently, one just yesterday, about moving a lamb from the field. You want to put the lamb kind of in a sling. So I had a towel and I kind of put that under him. The reason you do that is you don't want to just pick the lamb up to move the lamb and the mum, because the mum won't know where the lamb is. So you hold the sling low to the ground and bring the lamb along, and the mum will follow because she'll want to stay where she gave birth for the first while. And she'll even try and entice the baby back, and she was doing that slightly. And I just learned that yesterday. So that was actually really helpful for getting this mum and her little lamb moved to this other shed where I need them to be. Another thing that I recently learned about was how to properly milk a sheep. So you want to make your hand kind of like this shape and push up over the nipple and then squeeze, and kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 squeeze like that to get the milk to come out. As opposed to what I have done is kind of push a little bit and then pull. But it's so you're pushing up into the udder to kind of grab a clump of milk, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 squeeze. And so that worked really well. So Freya was actually great for letting me milk her, and she would kind of do a pelvic tilt to get her udder showing and available to me, because that's what she needs to do for the lamb. So that way I was able to get milk into him. He was wet, he was shivering, so I was quite concerned about him. And when I put my finger in his mouth was cold, and that's not a good sign. So I was able to get milk into the bottle, and then get the milk into him. So soon after I got the milk into him, his mouth was warm, and he actually just flopped down on my lap and fell asleep. It's actually pretty cute. So I still have to work to get him to nurse, to get him to latch on, and we'll have to figure that out. But I haven't had my breakfast yet. My husband did give me a cup of coffee, so that was really helpful. We'll have to see if we can let him rest, I guess, and let him see what we can do to help him get latched on, make sure he's doing well. But she did great to be a first-time mom, give birth in the field. I'm proud of her. my beautiful Freya.